By prior planning, as part of my stay in Tobago, tomorrow we have part of the ongoing screening process. We screen the Tobago candidates tomorrow, and then the parliamentary aspect of the government would meet in Tobago on Sunday and Monday, where we will review what we have done, what we are doing, and 2025 is a very important year. It is definitely an election year, as you would know. Half of that election year is gone. The other half is still in front of us because the parliament dissolves at the end of August, as you know. And of course, if that's the case, then you have 90 days beyond that by which an election must be called, and the population gets involved to determine who manages the affairs of the country. But that's a good point for me to say that I'll be in Tobago for a few days doing that. But there's something else I want to say, because the public, some people have issues when the public is not very clear on some business that is not in front of them at this time. But I think the time has come for me to put some business before the country. And it's this. I'm a Tobagoan, as you all know. And this is as good a place as ever for me to have this conversation or make this comment. You would see invariably either my colleagues or myself, we're under relentless attack from particular people. Many of them never plant a okra seed in this country, never sweep a foot of pavement, never plant a tree. But they're relentlessly attacking people who work in public life and who contribute to national development. And they do it with hate and vitriol. Unfortunately, that's what it is. But for me, it wasn't always so. It wasn't always so. I could see a deterioration in the quality of our society, fueled by the availability of the mechanism to spread your bile, absence of certain kinds of civilities, and of course, more me than us. So at this time in my life, I want to say that I've been in Tobago. My first job here on a payroll was to plant grass at Hope Estate. And that was on public payroll, I mean, because I was in the juicy factory before, putting bottles in cases. But on the public payroll, I was there planting grass at Hope Estate when they moved the estate from Scarborough to Hope. I've seen the country progress, because that time I got $7 a day. The same person now probably is a millionaire. But after that, I taught school in Tobago. And then I entered the political arena in 1980. This year would be 45 years that I've been in public life in Trinidad and Tobago. I've offered myself for service in Tobago in 1981 and in Trinidad from 1991. Well, from 1987, January actually, when I served in the Senate, to now. And at the last election, 2020, when I announced the PNM victory in Balizé House, I said to this country, I will not be doing that again. And I meant it, and I've kept it. I also said that I've brought into the political arena a number of young people who had served at that time one term, Many of them are still in government, about to complete their second term, experienced, some of them with 9 or 10 years approximately of service in the government. So the government and people of Trinidad and Tobago have a cadre of people, mainly young people, who came into public service with all its warts and have prepared themselves to take this country forward. I had the experience of managing this country through COVID. Only today I was happy to receive on the way here a PAHO clearance from a concern that up to last night there was a concern that there was another outbreak of a COVID-type virus in China. The international agency has just confirmed to us that there's no need to worry and that the story about an emergency in China, state of emergency in China, is not correct. I was particularly pleased to hear that because God knows we don't want to go through another COVID. So I'm here with my colleagues this weekend, and one of the things that they will be told is that I will not be offering myself again to represent anyone either in Trinidad or in Tobago. 45 years is a long time, and I would like at this time to say thank you appropriately along the way to all those who have supported my effort and to have benefited from, I hope, I would have positively impacted this country somewhere, sometime. As we settle Tobago screening tomorrow, I continue to be the political leader of the PNM. We will call for nominations in the other seats where I represent the people of Diego Martin West, who have supported me resolutely from 1991 to now. And I will thank them appropriately and ensure that they are not left adrift. But I will not be offering myself, as I just said. And I'll say something else. Before the end of the legal limits of this term, I will resign this office and go off to my family. Thank you all very much, and see you again sometime soon.